On both sides of the border, the question sparks deep emotion. If India and Pakistan go to war again, who will win? It's not just about tanks or soldiers. It's about history, pride, wounds that never healed, and borders that still bleed in silence. From WhatsApp forwards to prime time TV debates, nationalistic slogans dominate the airwaves. India will curse Pakistan, or Pakistan will teach India a lesson. But behind all this noise, what's the actual truth? In this video, we will not answer with emotions but with evidence by analyzing history, military strength, nuclear deterrence, economic capacity, technological warfare, and global diplomacy. Let's dive in step by step and find out who would actually win in an India Pakistan war in the 21st century. India and Pakistan have fought four major wars since independence. 1947, the first Kashmir War, just after partition. Tribal forces supported by Pakistan invaded Kashmir. Maharaja Hari Singh acceded to India, and the Indian army was flown in. The war ended in an UN mediated ceasefire dividing Kashmir, a scare that still bleeds. In 1965, the Second Kashmir War, Pakistan launched Operation Gibraltar, hoping to spark rebellion in Indian Kashmir. India retaliated massively, pushing deep into Pakistan's Punjab. After heavy casualties on both sides, the Tashkent Agreement ended the war without clear victory. Pakistan claimed it defended its territory. India claimed military success. In 1971, the Bangladesh Liberation War. This was not just a war, it was a political earthquake. India supported the Bengali independence movement in East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. Pakistan military crackdown led to a refugee crisis. India intervened, defeating Pakistan decisively in 13 days. Over 90,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered, India's most significant military victory. In 1999, Kargil War. Pakistani soldiers and militants occupied Indian position in Kargil. The Indian Army launched Operation Vijay and regained control. This war was unique, fought at high altitudes under nuclear shadow. Pakistan's image suffered globally, while India gained military and diplomatic credit. In all previous wars, India showed greater conventional military capability, but each conflict came at massive human and economic cost. No side was left truly victorious. Let's now objectively compare the military asset of India and Pakistan today. Army. India have 1.4 million active personnel, 1.15 million reservists. Pakistan have around 6 lakh 54,000 active and 5 lakh 50,000 reservists. India has more than double the manpower, but Pakistan's terrain, defense, infrastructure, and professional army make them a formidable force. Tanks and artillery. India have over 4,700 tanks, T9 Arjun, 9,000 plus artillery units. Pakistan have almost 2,700 tanks, mostly Chinese and Ukrainian origin. India's firepower is superior, but in Punjab, flatlands and Kashmir's mountains, mobility, strategy, and air support matter more than number. Air Force, India have 2,200 aircraft, including Su-30 MKI, Rafale, Tejas. Pakistan have 1,400 aircraft, mainly F-16s, JF-17 with China. India's air dominance is growing, especially after Rafale induction. But Pakistan F-16 with AIM-120 missiles are also potent. Navy. India have 150 plus ships, including aircraft carrier INS Vikrant. Pakistan have 50 ships, no aircraft carrier. India's navy is much stronger and could blockade Karachi. Pakistan's key port. but Pakistan has submarine-based deterrence. On paper, India leads in all domains, but actual war depends on terrain strategy, first move advantage, and morale. The nuclear question, mutually assured destruction, MAD. This is where things get serious. Nuclear arsenal. India have 160 to 170 warheads. Pakistan have 165 to 170 warheads. Both countries have enough firepower to cause unimaginable destruction. India's policy, no first use. India has declared it will not use nuclear weapon first, but will retaliate massively if attacked. Pakistan policy first use. Pakistan does not rule out first use, especially if its territory is invaded. It has even developed tactical nukes low yield to use on battlefield. What if nukes are used? A nuclear war would kill millions instantly, collapse economies, cause radioactive fallout across South Asia, draw global contamination and intervention. Multiple studies show that even a limited nuclear exchange between India and Pakistan would trigger global climate pact. Result, both sides lose. No one wins a nuclear war. Now, technological and cyber warfare. Modern war are fought and bytes, not bullets. India's age, satellite for surveillance, RISAT, Cartosat, indigenous missile like Agni, BrahMos, anti-satellite missile test, mission Shakti, DRDO's focus on AI, drones, and hypersonic tech. Pakistan strengths China-backed technology transfer, use of drones in tactical missions, electronic warfare units along LOC, cyberfront. Both nations have state-supported hacker groups, attacks on banking, government, and military systems. In future, cyber attacks can cripple command structure without firing a single bullet. India is ahead in tech and space, but Pakistan is catching up with Chinese support. Economic power equal to war sustainability. War is expensive. Let's look at who can afford it. GDP 2024 estimates. India have $2.7 trillion. Pakistan have $350 billion. India's economy is 10 multiply larger. Defense budget, India have $76 billion. Pakistan have almost $10 billion. They not only spend more but also produce more intelligence weapons, reducing import costs. Forex reserves, India have $580 billion. Pakistan have almost only $9 billion. Sanctions and trade impact. If war break out, Pakistan will collapse economically within weeks. India will face slowdown but can sustain longer. In a long war, India can afford to fight, Pakistan can't. Global allies and diplomacy. War is not just soldiers, it's about narratives, sanctions, and support. India's global position, strong ties with US, Israel, Russia, and Australia, member of Quad Alliance, growing global image as rising economic power. Pakistan support, strategic ally of China, good relation with Turkey, OIC nations, receives aid from Gulf countries. What happened during war? China may support Pakistan politically but avoid direct war. US, UN, European Union will call for ceasefire. India may get silent diplomatic support due to its economy and market. Soft power matters. India's democracy, diplomacy, and diaspora give it more international influences. India's global reach gives it an edge, especially in post-war diplomacy. Public opinion meets reality. On both sides, people are conditioned to hate the other. Media show dramatic news. Politicians exploit nationalism. YouTubers gain millions of views by shouting anti-Pakistan or India slogans. But ask a soldier, and they will tell you war is not a movie. The real victims, poor villagers near borders, families of soldiers, economies of both nations. A war will not unite nations, it will destroy futures. Don't let propaganda become policy. Now, final analysis. who will win? Let's answer the big question. If a full-scale conventional war break out, India has overwhelming military, economic, and diplomatic advantages. Pakistan can inflict serious damage using nuclear threats, terrain, and tactical responses. But if the war goes nuclear, both sides lose everything. If it becomes prolonged, Pakistan may collapse economically while India suffer heavily. So who wins? In military terms, India would most likely win, but at massive cost. In human terms, no one wins. Peace is the real victory. Both India and Pakistan are nuclear armed nations with a shared history, culture, language, and instead of spending billions on war, why not invest in schools, hospitals, and technology? Why not fight poverty, not each other's? India is aiming to becoming a global superpower. Pakistan can rebuild into a prosperous nation, but both can't do that if they bleed each other dry. Let's ask the real question, not who will win a war, but how can we win peace? Because in today's world, the greatest victory is not military conquest, but peaceful progress.